Okay, good morning everybody. I was up at about 4:44, feeling pretty damn good. Back pain was very minimal. My stomach incision pain was pretty minimal. I did have an ice pack on in this t-shirt here. I did take it off throughout the night, but it did feel really good to get like a good night's rest after a long day of travel. I didn't really touch much on the pain yesterday. Once I got home, I was just very, very tired. But the pain that I had was more of like just a soreness from sitting in an upright position for many hours at a time. I did not have any bone pain, any screw pain, any disc pain. I did not have any of the previous pain that I had going there on the way back. It was just a soreness that I had, and then I did kind of push the medication a little too far. Once I got home, I didn't take anything until kind of right before bed, so I did go a long stretch without any medication. I'm waking up this morning and I also feel actually not too bad, so I'm likely going to just start weaning off that medication. I did run out of the gabapentin, so I only have the oxy, the methocarbamol, the Tylenol, and the slow release morphine. If I can just wean off those and take them as needed, I think that's just going to be best for just me. I'm not somebody who likes to take medication all the time, and just I think for my body it's good to not rely on the medication. It's about a week post-op now, so yeah, hopefully I can just stop taking that and yeah, start doing a little bit more every day, and we'll see where this takes us. I did want to kind of give an update earlier in the morning, but now that I'm home, I cannot be doing updates at 4:45, 5:30 in the morning. I do not want to wake up my fiance and my kids, so I'm gonna have to postpone those little updates, but they'll still be the same for you guys. Let's get up, make some coffee, and see what the day brings. Bed rail is very handy. Good morning, ladies. Morning. I also want to say the kids do have bedrooms. They're just having a little slumber party out here. It's summer holidays, so we're letting them kind of do a little bit of what they want. For all the males who are having this procedure done, this is going to be something very handy for you, and I suggest you get it. You can pick one of these up for like $1 or $2 at the dollar store. We just so happen to keep this bad boy right here. So this is a back scratcher, and scratch whatever you need to, but most importantly, this is where it's going to come in handy. Back scratcher, toilet seat lifter, and then I just put that bad boy right there and use it as I need. Goodness, the coffee looks good.
Can you reach that there?
But that looks better.
Can you reach this?
Yes, I'll be able to do that. Thank you.
Okay.
Sweet cheeks. Always repping for my girls. Well, she asked if I could reach it, and I could, but when I went to put it back, I made a big mess. Time to go get something to clean that up. So I did get a few paper towels here to clean up the coffee that I spilt. I'm just gonna move this one over there, and I'm gonna sit down and do this. I understand that I have people here who can help me, but I'm trying to be as self-sufficient as I can be. It's only going to be better for me in the long run if I get people to do everything for me now that I'm back home.
I honestly just won't feel good about it. I've usually just done everything on my own, regardless of the pain and stuff like that. So I know these people here want to help, but we're just going to try and get back to our original routine of what we do here. Everybody helps when they need help, and everybody does their own when they can do their own thing. It's kind of how we do things around here. But yeah, I'm going to get dressed, take this coffee outside, and go and sit on the patio with Jess. It's beautiful out there. I love sitting out there. It's probably one of my favorite places in our whole house. So let's get dressed and I'll take you out there. So same thing, I was actually able to bring the pants to my knee with my foot just by lifting my foot sideways like that. I don't know if you guys could see that, but I was able to grab the shorts. So same thing as the other days. One in, slide them up. And I am getting quicker every day. Like, there's no denying that. I'm gonna take this shirt. I just grabbed it out of the closet this morning just to wrap something in, to wrap the cooler pack in. Just gonna throw this one on. Take this cooler pack outside. We'll take the coffee, and we'll get our merry way here. One thing I did just figure out with these long shirts, if you fold this about a third way overlapped, you can get one more fold in it. It's still long enough where you can tuck it into your shorts, and it holds it tight up against your incision, and you don't have it. You got free hands now. So now I can take my one hand, grab my coffee, and we can head out. Let's go to the backyard. So lots of people, their houses may have tons of stairs, and it might be difficult for them to maneuver around. So we're a bungalow here. Everything is all on one level except for these back stairs. I have a handrail, I have another side, but to be honest, like, I don't need it. 1, 2, 3, I'm already down. I get my shoes and I'll head out the door. So I do really love it out here. It did rain last night, so everything is pretty soaked, but it is it's actually pretty beautiful out here, and the garden beds ain't looking too bad themselves. This is where I sit all the time. It's just a pretty decent view, and a nice little spot to spend most of your day. One coffee down and duty calls. Alright, so I'm not going to lie to you guys, I'm getting pretty sore. I have not taken any medication since about 9 o'clock last night, and it is 2:15 here now. So that is a very good stretch to be able to go without any medication. My glutes, my lower back, and kind of my legs are getting pretty sore, so I am going to take some Oxy and muscle relaxer, which is the methocarbamol and the Tylenol, and then I am going to go for a walk. I have been sitting outside on the patio. I've gotten up, down, I've come inside, outside, used the washroom, grabbed food, so I haven't been sitting stationary all day so far. I have been moving, which is very important to do. I'm going to take this medication, go for a walk. I'm going to do half the block. So our neighbors behind us, we actually have a gate that connects both our yards. I'm going to go out from my driveway along the main road, circle around, come into their yard, and then cut through the yard, so I'm not doing the whole block at once. It's either that or I walk up and down the one road. I'd rather not backtrack. I'll just do the main thing, come around, and come back to our yard. I'll take you guys along for the ride just so you can kind of see how far of a distance I am walking. And yeah, then when we get back, I'll let you know how I'm feeling, and we'll see what the rest of the day has in store for us. Take care. You coming? All right, so we're just coming up on the driveway from our neighbors behind us. So we're gonna cut up here, go through the backyard, and I don't know how long that was, but in a matter of maybe 4 or 5 minutes or so, we've made it around the block. That's about as far as I'm gonna take for a walk today. We'll see if we can do that for the next few days, and then we'll gradually start increasing that, see how we feel, and go from there. But I do feel pretty tired. My legs are kind of sore. They were a little bit sore earlier, so it's hard to say if that's from this walk or if that's just from how I was earlier. But we are just entering the yard here, and then we're gonna head over to our yard. Okay, so I have that polar cool cube thing that the hospital in Reston gave me, and I don't have an unlimited supply of ice like a hotel or a hospital does. So what I do have is a Vaxio machine and a tap with some water. So I am going to take some of these Vaxio bags, they're already pre-cut, I think they're about 9 by 6 or something like that. I'm gonna fill them up about halfway with water, vac-seal them, throw them in the freezer, and just put 2 in the cooler and 2 in the freezer, and just keep swapping them out while I use that. I'm gonna throw you guys on a little time lapse here, and yeah, we'll get this going. Here's the bag. I'll fill it up with water, and then I'll just vac-seal this. I'll do a double seal on this just to make sure that it doesn't leak all over the place in the freezer. That's it. So I'll throw these in the freezer. There's a little bit of air for it to expand in there. And yeah, hopefully this works. We'll do the 3 more bags and then we'll be done. I also want to mention our AC, along with everything else that had happened, our AC also went kaputski on us about a month before leaving to Reston. So we didn't want to put any money into that, so it is extremely hot in the house here. It's about 29 degrees Celsius right now, so it's very, very warm. We have the neighbor brought over a portable air conditioner, and they're also bringing over 1 more from their parents' place. So we'll have 2 in here, but it's not overly cooling anything down here at all. But hopefully we can get that AC replaced here in the next week or so. So I did mention our AC went, so we do have this little portable unit. We have it set to 17 degrees right now, venting out through the window, and I'm not making this up. Our house is currently 29 degrees. Extremely hot. You can tell by my bald ass head that it is pretty glossy, and that's inside a house. But let's get these bags unpacked and to try to tidy up a little bit from the trip that we were just on. All right, it's supper time here. I just fired up the barbecue. I'm gonna throw on some steaks and a couple chicken burgers, and then once that's cooking, I'll talk to you about kind of how today was, how my pain was, what I did, and how I'm feeling at the moment. Can't forget my Coke Zero. All right, yeah, for those who know me, I love barbecue and smoking. Just everything. I really do enjoy doing that. It's something that hasn't caused me too much pain, so it's something I've kind of got more into over the last 5 years since being injured. It does take a lot of time, but that is something I have. What I don't have is a lot of physical energy or the ability to do a lot of physical work, so cooking some meat every once in a while was something that kind of kept my mind busy, pleased me, and did please a lot of other people when they would eat the food. So anyways, Well, that's all cooking, and while you learned a little bit about the meat back history, today was another day. I did spend quite a bit of time sitting in that chair right there, and overall, again, it was a pretty good day. I did have some pain in my lower legs and my lower back. But I do believe that that was likely just from sitting in this position again for a good chunk of the day. Getting up, moving around does help. Getting around, moving around does help, but the fact that you're still kind of laying, either if you're laying in a bed or sitting in a chair, whatever it may be, you kind of do tense up and you seize up a little bit. So moving is key. Speaking of moving, I did go for that walk today, and after that I actually did feel pretty good. I'm really looking forward to doing that at least once a day. Go halfway around the block, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. I would really like to be able to do in the next few days here, and kind of gradually bump that up as the days kind of go on. As for medication, I did take some about 4 hours ago, so I'm coming up where I could take the oxy or the muscle relaxant again, and I likely will here after I'm done barbecuing stuff. Sitting here and then standing just for the amount of time that I am, it's not terrible, but I'm gonna see just the change and kind of play it out and see how long I can go and how long and when I need to take it, and just kind of keep as comfortable as I can. In saying that as well, I haven't taken medication for a really long time. Nothing has really helped me, so I'm not somebody who is going to be reliant on it. The faster I can get off it, the better it will be for me, as I mentioned earlier. Another thing is, I'm so glad to be home. Spending the full days here with my kids, with Jess, the neighbors, just being home is just, it's such a great feeling. I'm not overly one to be away from long periods of time. In fact, the only time I've been away from my family has been for the surgeries that I had over the last 3 to 5 years here. So being home, I have seen, I don't know how many plays, how many shows they've put on. We just spent lots of time going for the walk with Hadley, and just kind of like being together is pretty nice. Sorry, I have to get up here and check on food. As I mentioned, being home is just nice. The amount of shows and plays that they have put on that I have been able to see. We did do one in the basement, and I actually sat on the stairs in an upright position with my back as straight and squared as I could possibly have, and I looked at Jess and I said, hey, this actually feels really good. Like, it felt like a normal person's back, and just that feeling, it almost felt like a relief to be able to sit like that. Usually I'm sitting curved or hunched or slanted to one side or the other, just trying to take any sort of pressure off those bones that were rubbing together, and to be able to sit there and do this now is it's kind of shocking to me in a way that I waited so long to make the decision to go down and have this surgery. It is still very early, so I'm, as I mentioned, it's trying to be as positive as I can about it, but things do happen, as I said, so I am kind of keeping that in the back of my mind. Not that I want to, but after you've had 2 failed surgeries already, it's hard to get that out of your mind, and the PTSD kind of does linger around for a little bit. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys again here in a little bit later this evening. Once we're done eating, I'll take some pictures of the meat and stuff like that, and yeah, we'll check in and catch you guys before we go to bed. Take care. All right, it's very hot here. The food is done, just took it off, got it on the plate here. We got 4 chicken burgers, 2 steaks. Time to go inside. Hey everybody, I just showered up. I was gonna say that when I was getting up from laying in bed before showering, I did have kind of a sharp, nervy kind of pain in my lower back again, similar to what I felt a few days after surgery, the day before the follow-up with Dr. Haynes. I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I know it is early, so there's gonna be things that feel uncomfortable or just a new feeling to you as you your body goes through this healing process and the recovery. I'll keep an eye on that. If I have any like worry, I will reach out to Dr. Haynes himself and see if he can provide any insight to that. I did want to show you my incisions. I did not show you anything today, so here is the stomach. I definitely can apply more pressure to it now. One thing I did notice is since being home, I have had a few more carbonated drinks such as Bubblies and Coke Zeros, and that seems to actually, I think, be causing my stomach and my belly a little more discomfort than I need to be. So I'm gonna just go back to just drinking water, see if that kind of reduces that pain. It's not a great feeling. I feel like there's a lot of pressure in there, and it's putting a lot of pain on that incision site again. So tomorrow I'm gonna work on that, see if I can dial that back, and just see if that makes any difference at all. I will show you the back incision here. Overall, I'm gonna take some medication again and let my body kind of calm down. I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll catch up with you guys tomorrow.